Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark-Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, today we're talking about, it's a double-sided question here. Which is the best player in baseball today? And two, if you could draft one today, who would that be? Because that might be a little bit of a different answer. I'm going to give you two options that I think are pretty obvious. One is Ronald Jose Acuña Blanco Jr. Thank goodness he's a junior, but he's known as Acuña, and also Shohei Ohtani, who's nicknamed Showtime. So one plays for the Braves, the other plays for the Angels. Shohei plays for the Angels. Who do you think is the best player, and who would you pick if you could pick in a draft right now?
All right, it's the same answer for both questions. It's Shohei. And I hate to say that because I'm a Braves fan, but Shohei, it's like getting two players in one, because the guy is the best hitter in the game and he's the best pitcher in the game. He basically is a modern day Babe Ruth. I mean, truly, he's a generational talent. And I'm not knocking Acuña because I love watching him play. He's electric. He's got all the tools you need. But Ohtani, literally, if I'm a general manager, not only is he going to help me win more ball games as a hitter and as a pitcher, but also there's just something about Ohtani where he brings people out to the park. There's a buzz around him. People want to pay tickets to come in person. They want to watch him when he's on TV. Right now, at least in Anaheim, people have to stay up till God knows when to actually see him play live. But I mean, it's really hard to argue against Ohtani, except for the fact that he's about to have, or he just had, his second elbow surgery, and the first one was Tommy John. Mm-hmm. So he may, depending on how that surgery goes, he may just be limited to hitting from now on, or at least average pitching. But Acuña is kind of injury prone as well, so you can't really argue against either one of them for that reason. But Ohtani, as much as I love Acuña, Ohtani's the choice.
Yeah, so Acuña, I would exactly say the exact same thing. I mean, it's amazing what Acuña did this year, being a 40-40 player. There's only a handful of those that have done it. I think the one before him was Jose Canseco.
Yeah,
I think that's right. But anyway, Shohei is a game changer on a variety of different levels, and he puts butts in seats, which is hard to do for LA, for the Anaheim Angels. It's hard to think of the California Angels really having people want to go to baseball games that are not at the Dodgers. But Shohei puts butts in seats, and he the fact that he can that he's a skinny version of Babe Ruth without the cigarettes and alcohol is another thing. But what seems like too easy to say, sort of a little bit of a generational type player, something we don't see very often. And that's not in any way to knock Acuña. I mean, there's so many other players. It's hard to believe that we're not even putting Aaron Judge, for example, in this. I mean, if you think of his body of work compared to just this season, you'd still pick, because if you're going to build a team around it, you'd still want to pick Showtime for that.
Absolutely. Big money coming his way this offseason. Big money.
All right. See you on the next one.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.